Good morning or good afternoon. If you can hear me and if you can see this slide, we have bus, Lou, cows and cookies, and night talk. Okay, that's the four poems that I will be reading. If you can hear me in the Google Meet chat, I need you to tell either Mr. John or Miss Danny what you had for breakfast. If you had nothing, you can say nothing. But remember, breakfast is very important. You should eat it every day. Here we go. As I read, questions will appear on this screen. Try your best and answer in the Google Meet chat. Not on YouTube, on the Google Meet chat. Here we go. On the day with the name of Saturday, Hannah and I wait by the road for the bus to come. It's even bigger than the school bus, with the sour breath and slow growl of a starving animal. The door squeals open and I follow Hannah up the stairs. She pours quarters into my glove. Here, she says, do like I do. Her money clatters into a box by the driver. But I shake my head. The school bus is free. This one you pay for, she says. Come on, hurry up. The driver makes a face that says, stupid, new to this country boy. But Hannah, I say, I can't take more money from you. Hannah tips my glove over the box and quarters slip in with a happy jangle. She grabs my arm as the bus rushes forward. We pile into a seat near the back. See, Hannah says, my mom sends me money sometimes. Her nose and cheeks are as red as sunset sky. Just, out of the blue. No explanation, no letter, it just shows up. I used to write her and say thanks, but now I don't even bother. She never writes me back. Anyway, my foster mom always hands the money over to me. I give her some, and the rest I put under my bed. Question 1. Hannah's mom might be. Think of an appropriate possible answer and put that in the chat. We know that she's sending her money, but we don't know what or why. But it's yours to spend, I say, not mine. Hey, you get a job, you can pay me back. Meantime, keep your eyes open. I blink. But look out the window for this farm. I'm not sure if Dave's got the right stop or not. I never noticed a farm out this way. It's a very small farm, I admit. After much snow and many buildings, I see at last the little farm. The bus pulls over and we step into a pile of snow as high as our knees. There she is, I say. The cow is standing near a shed. She looks bored and cold. I thought she was a girl, Hannah says. She has horns. Girl cattle can have horns, I explain. Really? Hannah asks. Way to go, girl cow. So now what? When I take a deep breath of icy air, it is like swallowing an arrow. Now, I say, I'm going to try to get a job. Next poem, Lou. It's a hard walk to the house where the owner of the cow lives. Much snow makes a home in my boots. When we get to the door, Hannah shows me a button that makes music happen, and soon the door opens. The old woman standing there doesn't seem surprised to see us. Well, hello, she says. May I help you, kids? I'm Keck, I say. I'm from Africa. And this is Hannah. I'm from Minneapolis, Hannah adds. I'm Louise, the woman says, from the wrong side of the tracks. Call me Lou. Weren't you here the other day, talking to my cow? I nod. I just wanted to say hello to her. Lou thinks about this for a moment. It's bitter cold out there. Come on in. We step into a safe, warm air and sweet cooking smells. So are you two selling something, Lou asks? Are you raising money for school? I'm here about your cow, I say. I see. Lou nods slowly. I think that she is, not so happy, I say. I try to say it gently so that my words will not sting like an insect. Lou puts her hands on her hips. She's wearing jeans like mine and a big shirt. Her hair is short and silver like a fresh moon. She has many wrinkles to show her great knowledge of the world. You two better sit. This may take some time. Lou points to the kitchen table. I was unaware that my cow is depressed, although I'm not entirely surprised. She's seen better days. Lou pushes a plate of cookies in front of us. Chocolate pieces teased like jewels in sand. Please, she says, have some. In the Google Meet chat, what's your favorite type of cookie? I don't want to be impolite, so I take 5. He's big on chocolate, Hannah explains. Lou laughs. Now tell me, Keck, how have you come to your knowledge of cows? Poem number 3, Cows and Cookies. Of course I want to answer, but I know it's important to eat all the cookies first, so that Lou won't be offended. Hannah helps. See, Keck just got here from Africa. He's staying with his aunt and cousin, and he accidentally put her dishes into the washing machine, and now he needs some money to buy new ones. And since in Africa his family had lots of cattle, he thought maybe you could use some help. She pauses to take a bite of cookie, and now she can't talk either. Lou says. She goes to the cold, tall box to get some milk. I'm a little sad to see that the milk is not the chocolate cow kind. She pours the milk into glasses and watches while we drink. My husband's family came here from Norway, Lou says, and my great-great-grandfather came to the U.S. on a boat from Ireland. She pours herself a glass of milk. But Africa, wow, how are you handling this winter? The cold, it hurts, I answer, but the snowballs are good. Lou smiles. Tell me why you think my cow is unhappy. It isn't because you don't care well for her, I say quickly. Not as well as I should, Lou says. My husband died last year, and with my achy old bones, I'm having a hard time keeping up. She picks up a cookie but doesn't eat it. I may have to sell the place soon. I had an offer, a good offer, and I have a lot of hospital bills to pay off. I don't know. We'll see. Be creative here. Obviously, be appropriate. But the way Lou is making Keck and Hannah feel, who do you think Lou reminds you of? So Lou reminds me of blank because blank. See if you can put that in the Google Meet chat. If it's a little difficult, you can just listen. We are all quiet for a moment. So, Lou says at last, what is it you think my old cow is in need of? She needs to be brushed and fed the finest hay. And without other cattle, she's lonely, I answer. She needs someone to talk to her. In my old home, they would laugh at me, but when I talked to the cattle, they would grow calm and easy to herd. I wait. Maybe my words are broken like my aunt's dishes, chips and shards that will not make a whole. Maybe this Lou will think that I am a moron boy. Have another cookie, Keck, says Lou. Last poem, Night Talk. That night, I wait far into the darkness for Gonwar to come home. He stumbles a little when he crosses the room and he carries the bitter smell of smoke. Where were you? I ask. With some friends, he says, and he plops onto the sofa like a sack of grain. I've been waiting for you, I say. I wanted to tell you my news. I got a job. Gonwar lifts his head to stare at me. A job? Doing what? Helping a lady take care of her farm. For a while, at least. She's old, and her husband died last year. She can't pay me very much, but I think I'll make enough to buy new dishes for your mother. Gonwar's eyes say I'm telling a lie, or maybe a joke. How did you get a job like that? I lift my shoulders. I just went to her door and asked. Her cow didn't look good. Father would never have owned such a sad-looking animal. Gonwar drops his head and covers his eyes with his hand. Amazing. You just went to her door? I nod. I've been here for a year and a half. Gonwar sighs. You've been here what, like a week? We're quiet for a while. I can hear the cold box humming. I do not want Gonwar to be angry with me. I want him to understand because he is the only one who can. I miss the cattle, I say at last. I miss moving them, watching them graze, the sun so hot on your back, father singing. Gonwar doesn't answer. I think maybe I should not talk of days past with my cousin. I cringe, waiting for the heat of his words. What do you think Gonwar and Keck used to do with their cattle? Listen to what I just read and listen to what I'm about to read. Gonwar rubs his eyes. When he speaks, his voice is sad, not angry. I always knew what to do, he says. Morning, they would graze. Noon, we would lead them to a stream. Afternoon, we would head for home. We always had somewhere to go. Not like here, stuck in the apartment or stuck at school. He sighs. It all made sense. Here, nothing makes sense. Maybe it will, I say. Maybe if we're patient. I hear the fear and hope fighting in my voice. We don't belong here, Keck, Gonwar says. This isn't our country. It never will be. Lots of people come to America from other countries. Miss Hernandez taught us that. Gonwar rolls his eyes. Yeah, like poor immigrants or illegal immigrants. Maybe someday we can go home again, I say. The war is older than our fathers were. The war is forever, Gonwar replies. He closes his eyes. Then where do we belong, I ask. I can see that he's sleepy, but I want Gonwar to tell me this one thing. I wait a long time for Gonwar to reply, but he's asleep, snoring softly. I watch his untroubled face. I cannot seem to get up. Gonwar's words lie in my lap like huge rocks. I am not strong enough to move. I sit and sit, waiting for the sleep my cousin has found, wishing for dreams of our old life, of fine, strong cattle, gently complaining like tired children as we guide the cows safely home. Last question. That's the end of part 2. Part 2 has ended kind of negatively. Still, in the Google Meet chat, leave one positive comment that you have about the story. Could be about something from the beginning, something that I just read, something that we covered 2 or 3 weeks ago. Does not matter. Your job is to leave one positive comment in the Google Meet chat. Part 3, one doesn't skip sleeping because of the possibility of nightmares.